So, Justin here, welcome Farm 26. And yeah, you see a little bit of red behind me. I'm in the 8600 here, and I'm gonna start another video, and you're gonna see what we're gonna be up to. Right there, yep, yes they are. They are dummy blocks. And you know what? Dummies don't make dummy blocks. Dummy blocks are just called dummy blocks because they take a lot of work, and no one wants to do it no more. And there goes Stevie. But yeah, here we go. We got a 570 New Holland. Back in its day, this was a square baler to have. I couldn't tell you a total number of bales through it, but it's been a lot. This is a product of the dairy farm yet. Tell you what, this rig here, my grandpa, man, this is maybe not every day in the summer, but every haying day in the summer. This is where grandpa was, 8600 in that baler. And I think we got 6 or 7 of them racks, and grandpa would keep them coming faster than you can unload them. You always started with just one, and you thought, oh geez, we're waiting. And I tell you what, if you waited a second, grandpa had 2. And that's just the way that worked. I'll give you another shot here. I mean, that's the setup. And yeah, I kind of pulled into some brush here. Dad's bringing me another rack, and I'm going to give you a story on this piece we're on right now. So this little chunk of hay ground here, it's like 7.5 acres. And while it isn't the first field that I started farming with, it's one of the first 4. This was my second biggest field for quite a few years. I had this one, and then one of Dad's, and then a real small portion of the big field over here. And what did I have? Had this, that. I guess I had 3, and that wouldn't have been the first year I farmed, but it would have been the start of it all. This right here is my grandfather's ground on my mom's side, and this is probably the first field that I ever made money on. And I didn't make money on it farming it. I was farming it, but I wasn't the operator on it. So grandpa said, I need some help, and yeah, we were doing just this, cutting hay off of it. That hill there, it doesn't look too bad, but let me tell you, it's kind of scary to put a combine on it. When I first tried to farm this, I was doing pretty much just wheat. And I was trying to get a few acres of corn in, you know, just trying to get started. I have planted this to soybeans. I mean, the soybeans followed like soon after. I realized that, hey, you know, 7-acre cornfields just don't cut it around here. We'd be all right if it weren't for the deer population, but deer population just eats them. So yeah, I found corn on here isn't so good. The ground's pretty sandy and light and hilly. It just doesn't hold a lot of moisture, so it's you don't get a huge hay crop, but you know what? It's best suited for grass. It just is. It's good suited for grass. And over the last number of years, Dad's been the one to farm it. Well, I hear the hay rack coming, so I'm gonna go get unhooked and hooked and ready to go, and we'll give you some baling action. All right, so we got our PTO starting, and it's gonna wheel around in just a second. 11 bales down at the end here. I missed the rack. There they go. This looks like fun, doesn't it? I'll let you be the one going in the hay mound. Well, I think you get the idea. I'm going to put the phone down that way I can control the hydraulics so I don't have, or control the flow. That way I got a lot more square bales than round bales. So here we go, 8600's holding up pretty good. The old 570s hanging in there. And there's a rack, and there's a rack. Come out to be 180. So that's not too bad for a super dry spring. Sitting on grass. Alright, well, we'll see you later. So this right here has been the rig doing most of the hay raking. The old New Holland bar rake, I mean, he's been the champion. Let's see if I find the number on it. 258 roll-a-bar. The nice thing is it's hydraulically driven. So we really don't have much of them gearbox problems. It needs a couple teeth, but you know, it still does a pretty good job. If I get my 602 going, I'll probably put that rake on him. I think he'd fare a little better. And we might go rake behind Dad. All right. So here we go. This is the last rack of hay for first crop. Kind of wanted to get you guys in a little more on it, but I'll be honest with you, it kind of went a little quicker than I anticipated, and about by the time I got breath to kind of take a little bit of video, we were done. So yeah, well, I hope you guys enjoyed what I did get you. Yeah, it's kind of the way it goes. Dad's been cutting, and it's kind of why you haven't seen any of that. And that is just an old New Holland hay bind. It's nothing special. Trying to remember the number on it. I think it's a 289 or a 292, something like that. Yeah, and then I kind of been raking. Dad's been raking a bit. And then I've been doing a lot of the square baling, and Dad's been doing the little bit of round baling we have been doing. So yeah, it's been pretty busy, pretty steady. We keep getting these chances of rains, so you know, I'll be honest with you, this grass here got rained on a day after it was cut. So yeah, we've been keeping after it, and yeah. Well, with that, I hope you guys have kind of enjoyed the video so far. Yeah. So with that, I think I'm going to sign out here and say like, comment, subscribe, keep them likes up. They're really helping quite a bit. Yeah. And we'll catch you next time. Have a great day. Enjoy.